Hi, this is Cree,
And this is La.
and this is the question we often ask each other.
Kung ikaw ako,
Anong gagawin mo?
yay! Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for listening if you're still there.
Salamat sa pakikinig ng aming mga episodes and sa patuloy na pagbibigay ng feedback din.
Yes. So if you wanna listen, re-listen, rewatch all our 3 previous episodes, you can catch us on, catch us. Hindi ko kinakaya yung mga words ko, yung
Oo.
vocabulary.
Gusto niyo, iniisip ko nga kung gusto niyo mag-binge watch,
Well,
movie marathon,
if ikaw na ang magbigay ng mga handles natin.
ng mga platform natin, yes. So obviously, you'll see us on our YouTube channel, which is Kung Ikaw Ako with Cree and La. Kung ayaw nyo naman ng video, we have an audio version as well on Spotify, which is Kung Ikaw Ako. We have our TikTok channel, TikTok account pala. Kung Ikaw Ako Podcast. And ang pinakabago, which is our Facebook page, which is Kung Ikaw Ako with Cree and La din.
Yes, paki-like, follow, subscribe, guys. Kasi,
Yes, watch, share, lahat ng
Yes.
call to action.
So anyway, jump na tayo agad sa topic natin today.
Yes.
It's very interesting. As you
Mhm.
can see, we talk about different topics now on our previous episode. And this time, it's gonna be about emotional intelligence. And
Hashtag super mature edition.
yes. So, can you tell us about paano tayo nag-end up itong pag-uusapan natin for today?
Yeah. So we're originally just looking for a topic for our next episode. So syempre ako search Google. Tapos nakita ko tong topic about emotional intelligence nga. So I mean, syempre by the word itself, emotional intelligence, and naririnig ko na rin naman to sa social media before, but hindi ko talaga siya binigyan ng attention. And, nung naghahanap nga ako, parang na-curious ako na, sige nga, ano nga ba talaga 'tong emotional intelligence? So, I read this article, and by the end of me reading that article, talagang napaisip ako na, my gosh, like, eto ako na, and I'm not saying I'm bad, but I'm also saying na, akala ko kasi, confident ako na I can communicate well, like, I can communicate my feelings well. Pero ang dami pa palang rooms for improvement. So, gusto kong i-share, shinare ko kay La, and parang naging relatable sa atin 'tong parehas, 'di ba?
Yes.
Mm.
So with that, ang kung ikaw question natin for today is, kung ikaw ako, how will you express your feelings better?
Yes.
So just a heads up, guys, a warning, a note from us. Just like our previous episodes, today's episodes is not us playing experts because we're no experts on this in this field. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
give advice, just reflect on our previous past experiences and like really learn something about emotional intelligence. So sabay-sabay nating i-discover at matuto ng mga bagong bagay about emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Medyo mabigat kasi yung question natin na parang kung ikaw ako, how will you express your feelings better? Pero
Mhm.
I wanna know your answer to that question before reading all this stuff about emotional intelligence. In the previous years, how do you express your feelings?
What I usually do is I sometimes change my approach depending on the person that I'm talking to. Mm. So, gano'n talaga siya umiikot na kapagka medyo sensitive yung tao, so dinadahan-dahan ko. Kung yung tao naman na kausap ko parang okay naman sa prangkahan or tough love, then that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so ikaw, kung ikaw ako, like, how do you communicate your feelings ba?
Well, I'm the type of person na 'pag may na-feel ako, sasabihin ko. I thought I was a open book, like I'm very transparent. Like
Yeah.
malalaman ng isang tao 'pag galit ako, gano'n ako ka-transparent. But
Mhm.
I realized that hindi sa lahat ng aspeto ng buhay gano'n ako. There are just certain aspects in my life that I can be so open, so transparent, that I can express my feelings better. But mayroon din namang aspects in my life where I try to hide what I feel or I try to escape from what I feel. Parang I
Mhm.
don't wanna deal with them, so I try to escape or not really face it.
Yeah.
So, ayun siya. So, for the sake of the audience, can you share the definition or parang brief summary of emotional
What
intelligence?
emotional intelligence is.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, emotional intelligence for me is the ability or your ability to use your emotions in a positive way, to empathize with others, better communicate with others, sympathize with others. Doon na rin pumapasok yung kung paano ka mag-resolve ng conflicts. Yun, that's emotional intelligence for me. And I also believe na sobrang important na malaman mo kung ano yung emotional intelligence mo, and like to work on improving your emotional intelligence kasi nagagamit mo siya in your everyday life. Hindi lang sa family, hindi lang sa friends, kundi sa career mo na rin, sa work mo, gano'n. So,
Yeah, and
mhm,
it is something na may impact not just on yourself but also your
sa
relationship
iba.
with other people. And
Yeah.
I like to quote the definition of Salve and Mayer na parang they're saying that emotional intelligence is a form of social intelligence that involves the ability to monitor your own and other people's feeling and to use this information to guide one's thinking and action. So parang it's not just really about your feeling or other people's feeling, but also may action involved. May
Mhm,
result, may tangible result dun sa feelings na yon.
mhm. So ayun na nga, we've already defined what emotional intelligence is. So ngayon naman, ano ba yung share mo naman yung mga signs para masabi mo na emotional intelligent ka?
Kasi syempre, guys, before we recorded this episode, nag-research talaga kami and I found 10 key signs and examples of emotional intelligence. So let's run down and let's see, sabay-sabay nating tingnan if pasok tayo ba to. So first
Sabay-sabay.
is
Mhm.
ability to identify and describe what people are feeling. Ako, I think I have that ability naman. But there are
Oo.
times na medyo off yun na kailangan mong sabihin sa akin upfront what you're feeling kasi hindi ko alam. Second, an awareness of personal strength and limitations. Are you aware of your strength and limitations?
Sa sinasabi na awareness, yes, I'm aware. Aware din ako kung paano yung strengths ko, limitations, and I think I can utilize my strengths, but like I can improve on setting boundaries or yung limitations.
Third point, you have self-confidence and self-acceptance.
Yeah, I can say na at this point in my life, confident na ako. Like I'm confident now of myself, my body, lahat. And you?
I'm working on it. It's
Yeah.
it's
And
a
it's
ano,
okay.
it's a work in progress. Next sign of emotional intelligence is maganda 'to, the
Mm.
ability to let go of mistakes. So, are you able to let
Uh-huh.
go of mistakes?
Situational basis. Depende sa mistake.
Well, ako I think I have that ability kasi guys, actually second recording na namin 'to. Kasi nag-fail yung pag-convert niya. So,
Oo.
medyo na-test yung ability ko to let go of mistakes.
Mm. In fairness, sige, proven and tested yan, go.
Do you agree? Okay. Next is ability naman to accept and embrace change. Ako palyado ako
Yeah.
dito, medyo hindi.
And I think not a lot of people naman can, be at peace sa change din, eh. Kasi I mean ako rin, eh.
True.
Alam mo yun,
Parang kahit
hirap din ako.
kahit sabihin na change is the only constant thing in this world, parang it's still change, right?
Yeah. I mean, matatanggap ko siguro, like I can accept change, but may darating pa rin na time na parang magre-reflect ka na parang, "Ay ang sad." Gano'n, na parang nakakalungkot pa din in a way.
Oo, totoo. And
Yeah.
next point is a sense of a strong sense of curiosity, particularly about other people. It's a big yes.
Pang-marites na ba 'to?
Pang favorite website po namin ang Fashion Police. Charot.
Eh, wait lang, ano yung fashion police? Charot.
Wow! No, hindi. We're not naman super marites, but maybe we're just really curious about other people,
Mm.
right?
Lahat tayo merong marites in our hearts.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Next
Mhm,
is feelings of empathy and concern for others.
mhm. I think so.
Ako din, kasi alam mo ba, share ko lang, there was this one night, I was riding a bus, EDSA, and then
Mm.
nakita ko yung mga street people sa may Guadalupe. Naiyak ako for them. Ewan ko kung empathy yun o sympathy. Kayo
Oo,
na lang
oo.
guys magsabi. Pero I
Mm,
think I have that then. Next
mhm.
is showing sensitivity to the feelings of other people.
Ayun, feeling ko meron naman. Siguro may mga times na unconsciously nagiging insensitive, but most of the time, oo, sensitive naman ako sa feelings ng iba.
Ako feeling ko working on it. I think tumatak
Mhm,
sa'kin yung sinabi nung ex ko before na I'm insensitive. Well, baka
hmm,
sa kanya lang, charot.
mhm.
Pero feeling ko may gano'n ako kaya mas nagwo-work sa'kin if someone someone would be upfront about how he or she feels.
Mhm.
Yun. I appreciate frankness. Charot. Next
Yeah,
is accepting responsibility for mistakes. I think yes ka dyan.
accountability. Mm, mm.
You're a yes there.
Oo, feeling ko naman wala naman akong problem in taking accountability.
Same, same, same. And last but definitely not the least, ito yung medyo mabigat. Dito iikot ang ating discussion. The ability to manage emotions in difficult situations. Ang bigat.
Mhm. Yeah.
So gusto mo ba himay-himayin natin 'to kasi medyo mabigat siya. So
Yeah, sige nga.
let's start with defining or like talking about the different situations. Ano ang mga difficult situations for you? Like
Difficult
top 5.
situations for me, siyempre, like mga conflicts, dealing with intense emotions,
Intense
gano'n.
emotions meaning
Ako kasi passionate ako na tao, eh, like
ah,
feelings-wise, 'pag galit ako, galit ako. So, like,
ah,
alam mo yung nasa intense na yung emotions mo, yung galit mo or whatnot, yun, difficult situation yun sa akin. Tsaka yung mga tipong life and death situations. Hindi naman literally na life and death, but like alam mo yun, life-changing.
okey.
That's also a difficult situation to me. And ikaw, ano naman sa'yo ang mga difficult situations?
I think, yeah, losing someone you love may be like
Yeah.
physical death or breaking up
Mm.
or whatever, falling apart. Conflicts also, I don't deal well with conflicts. Me confronting other people, difficult yan for me. I mean, it's
Mhm.
okay if it's the other way around, like it's someone confronting me, but if it's me confronting the other party, medyo
Hirap.
hirap siya for me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are the difficult situations for me. So dun
Mm.
sa mga sinabi mong situations, how do you deal with your emotions, how do you manage your expectation or your emotions?
Mhm.
Yun?
So, I have depression. I am diagnosed with severe depression. Ako yung tipong nagte-take ng meds. Dalawa yung antidepressants ko ngayon. But prior to me being diagnosed talaga and like taking meds, nag-ano ako nag-therapy ako. So, isa sa mga inopen ko dun sa therapist ko is yung intense emotions ko nga. Kasi yung intense emotions ko, minsan yung alam mo yung nakakasakit na ako ng tao kasi not literally, like yung nakakasakit ako ng tao in a way na kung galit ka, yung mga sinasabi mo kasi hindi mo iniisip.
Oo,
So, etong mga sasabihin ko na paano ako mag-deal is hindi sa akin mismo galing yan, galing 'to sa therapist ko.
okey, okey.
So, unang-una sa lahat, ang sabi ng therapist ko, while your feelings are valid, you have to learn how to separate your emotions or your feelings and your actions. So, hindi porket galit ka or masama yung loob mo, kailangan masama rin yung ipapakita mo sa tao. So, how do you do that? Kapag nakikita mo na intense na yung emotions mo, things like self-meditation, take a deep breath ng mga 10 times or 10 minutes. Actually 10 times okey na yun, eh. Yung makakatulong na rin siya. Yung kapag may watch ka merong breathe up diyan, puwede mo
Oo,
siyang gamitin, gano'n. Puwede ka rin namang mag-take a break. Like kapag nararamdaman mo na intense na yung emotions mo, lumayo ka muna dun sa sitwasyon na yun and then kung ready ka na saka kayo mag-usap. And I think also like understand where you are really coming from. Kasi minsan yung feelings natin tawag nito, galing yan sa mga past experiences or like mga bubog in life. So, kailangan nating intindihin yan. So, just to answer your question, ito yung mga advice sa akin ng therapist ko na I'm currently working and hindi ko naman ide-deny na hindi 'to perfect lagi. Alam mo yun, na parang, "Ay shucks, sorry therapist," gano'n. Pero again, there's always a room for improvement naman. Mhm. And how about you, paano ka mag-deal or paano ka nakikipag-communicate?
looking back sa mga ko difficult situations that I had in my life, siguro few occasions lang dun yung I really dealt with my emotions because and well, yung ex ko nga is din sa mga sinasabi niya sa'kin, "Ikaw kasi lagi mong tinatakasan, hindi mo siya hinaharap." So,
Hmm,
alam mo this guy talaga knows me so well, charot. Hindi, pero
mhm,
that's true. Like every time may situation na it's hard to deal with, parang I try to suppress or I try to conceal what I feel and just fake it till I make it, something like
mhm,
that. And
mhm,
but that's not helpful kasi like what we've mentioned nga before and what you said, parang yung emotions natin and actions, ano sila dikit sila So you really have to be conscious na paghihiwalayin mo sila, 'di ba? Yun yung sinabi ng
mhm,
therapist ko. So, me hiding or escaping from my feelings resulted to different consequences in my life. So I have this question for you, P. Parang coming based on what you said, what your therapist said na, kung ikaw ako and someone you love, someone dear to you, said something hurtful when he or she was very emotional, how will you deal with it? Like, will you forgive? What will you do? Kasi alam
mhm.
mo na ikaw yung na-experience mo being on that side na ikaw yung emotional and you said things. Pero paano kung ikaw yung kabilang party na ikaw yung nakatanggap, ikaw yung nasaktan?
Yeah. Ang hirap kasing sabihin na parang naiintindihan mo kasi
Oo,
oo. Na I mean Oo naman. Like, it's part naman na you understand where the person is coming from, but you can't help not to get hurt, 'di ba? Yun naman ang isa sa mga niwo-work on ko din. Like, again, sabi ko nga kanina na sobrang transparent ko na tao na hindi ako yung master ng pag-e-express ng emotions, like, I'm not there yet. Dami pang dapat mai-work on and isa 'to,
Hmm.
like, learn how to respond versus react.
Oh, I love it.
Kaya kasi kung ako 'to talaga, like, hindi pa ako nakakapag-usap ng therapist or like, I wasn't able to do something about my mental health pa, 'pag may sinabi siyang masakit, tatapatan natin 'yan, competitive tayo, eh. Talaga sabi ko,
Matatalo, oh.
sabi ko, masakit, sige. Lalo kitang ano, gano'n na maldita ako, walang ano. Pero ngayon, I try to be like responsive. High siya, nasa peak siya, ng emotions niya. 'Wag nating sabayan. Pag-aralan natin na 'wag sabayan na parang kahit
Reactive.
sa loob-loob natin minura-mura mo na, gano'n. Pag-aralan natin na 'wag nating sabayan and then right after, sasabihin ko or sasabihin mo na, "Alam mo naintindihan naman kita, na ganito, ganito, ganyan. Kung may mali ako, sorry," ganyan. Kaso lang, doon ka na mag-open kasi kung sasabayan mo, walang mangyayari sa inyo 'te.
True.
Mm.
And I read din na an emotionally intelligent person knows that emotions can be powerful but also
Yeah.
temporary. So it's important really to think before you react when you're in a highly charged emotional event. Yun,
Mm.
kagaya ng sinabi mo, parang thinking or taking some time before responding. Kasi it
Mhm.
allows you to calm your emotions and think more rationally. Ako, based sa experience ko when I was still with my ex, I ano 'yan, isa 'yan sa mga ni-raise niya sa'kin. Dami niyang issues sa'kin 'no, which
Hmm.
totoo pala. Na parang sinabi niya, "I don't think daw kasi before I do things. I don't think before I react." Tas alam mo, maniwala ka sa hindi. Sabi ko, "Kailangan ba yun? 20 na ako
Hmm.
nito, 20." Nagulat ako na parang, "Why do I have to think before I react or why do I have to think before I speak?" Ganyan, ganyan. Tapos sinabi niya, "Because blah, 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 blah." And tinanong ko, "Oh, how will I do it?" As in gano'n ako kawalang idea sa concept na 'to. Kasi parang sabi niya, yun nga dahil nakakasakit ka ng tao, ganyan,
Hmm.
ganyan.
Yeah,
So, ayun and like there's also a Bible verse about this one, yung the heart is deceitful and all things parang gano'n na you really can trust your emotions because it's gonna
yeah,
deceive you. I mean, you can feel one thing right now, but it will change after like few hours, weeks,
totoo.
'di ba? So, balik tayo dun sa tanong na kung ikaw ako, how will you better express your emotions?
Mhm. Tulad nga ng nasabi ko kanina, una sa lahat, you have to understand your feelings, kung ano yung pinanghuhugutan niya. Kung meron ka bang trauma from the past or issues from the past, you have to acknowledge that. And that's okay naman eh. But at the same time, you also have to take accountability na while this bubog sa past mo happened, hindi mo kailangang or hindi dapat madamay yung present mo doon. Like, you have to somehow work on that, kung paano mo yan mase-settle. And I think kasi kanina sinasabi natin like kung paano tayo mag-talk, in general, like yung kung paano maging responsive versus being reactive. But it's also important to be a good listener.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Isa din 'yan talaga sa mga kailangan ko ring i-work on kasi talker akong tao. Hindi naman lagi dapat talk ka lang ng talk, 'di ba? Dapat nakikinig ka din.
True, true.
Yeah. So kung ikaw ako naman, how do you better communicate yourself or like how are you gonna express your feelings better?
Well, agree with what you said. First, you have to identify what you're feeling. You have to know and understand yourself And agree ulit to listen. I think listening
Mhm.
is one of the skills that everyone should learn because
Yeah.
very important, especially in relationship building. It's parang if you want to understand, kasi 'di ba you have to understand nga your own feelings. Of course, for you to be able to understand other people's feelings, you have to listen and pay attention to what they're saying. And
Totoo.
next step to that is to empathize. 'Di ba? Parang hindi ka naman pwedeng nakinig lang eh. Kailangan may next step dun or may result yung pakikinig na yon, which is to
Mm.
empathize. And I think reflection, re-reflect mo lang the conflict, the situation that you're in, and like really think about it. Ish.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think bearing in mind then that emotions are temporary and it's powerful. The result
Mm.
of that emotion, may it be words or action, it's powerful and it can hurt other people. It can make someone happy, but at the same time, it can hurt other people as well. So you have to bear
Mm.
in mind in every situation that whatever you're feeling, it's powerful and it can impact other people. It's for you kasi to express what you feel. Babalik tayo sa empathize eh.
Yes.
And parang you have to think bakit ganito yung nararamdaman niya, bakit ganito siya nagre-react, bakit ganito yung nararamdaman ko iba sa kanya. Parang yung gano'n, parang you really have to parang dig deeper, not just sa
Mm.
sarili mo but to the other person involved.
Mm. And yung para alam mo rin na iba talaga tayo ng coping
Iba,
up, kung paano tayo sa
oo.
lahat, sa
Or
lahat.
parang one thing can trigger you, one thing can trigger him. Parang iba-iba, parang this word can mean something sa'yo, pero sa kanya wala. Yung mga ganun,
Mm.
tandaan po natin iba-iba talaga tayo. I mean,
Totoo.
para-parehas tayong tao, pero kahit magkakapatid nga eh, lumaki sa same environment, sa same, pinalaki parehas sa magulang, pero magkaiba sila. Diba? What more
Yeah.
pa us?
Yeah. And I also would like to add lang na part of the communication din kasi is yourself. So you have to take care of your mental health. It really affects the way of your way of living, your way of communicating to people. And kung feeling mo kailangan mong mag-work on kung paano ka makipag-communicate and kailangan mo ng help, humingi. Ako nga nagpa-therapist ako, eh, nagpa-therapy ako kasi hindi ko kaya na parang nahihirapan ako, may struggles. So kung
Mm.
again, ano naman 'to, eh, situational basis naman 'to, eh. Kung feeling mo kailangan mo ng tulong or onting push, 'wag kang mahihiya na mag-ask ng help.
Yes, because there's no harm in asking. And
Yeah,
one thing I learned from my past experiences is it takes so much humility and courage to ask for help. But
yeah.
it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of weakness.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, for sure you have friends who you are close with that you can open up, ganyan. And
Family.
yeah, family, or if you're not comfortable, yeah, nga, seek professional help. I think
Yeah,
with
mm.
with our with our world today, with our society today, it's very easy not to get professional help.
Yeah, totoo. And eto lang ha, sabihin ko lang, kung sa professional help, yung therapist ko from the Philippines and online lang. So kung gusto niyo, message niyo ako.
Yes,
I'll hook you
naka-tag
up.
naman si Chris sa lahat ng podcast na 'to.
Sa dami naming platform.
Yes, kayo
Mm.
mahihirapan.
Grabe ang lalim, super mature edition talaga.
Super mature edition. And I'm so proud we were able to pull it off, charot.
Yes, this is actually one of my favorite episode.
Kahit 5
Ayan.
times kaming nag-record, charot.
So ayun na, paano ba natin 'to tatapusin?
Hindi ko alam kung paano tatapusin ang podcast na 'to.
Kaya ganito na lang, bigla na lang mawawala.
No,